Hey everybody, I'll see if anybody joins. Trying out this live stream stuff. Welcome, welcome. I gotta clean out my van. If you guys watch this later, welcome. Subscribe and like if you haven't. If you're in here, let me see. Hey guys, how's it going? HVAC Dragon. Hi, Araceli Tovar. Got the day off here, cleaning up the van real quick. We'll see how the live stream goes. Javier. Yo, Jose. Yeah, I got the day off, so I'm just cleaning up my van, thankfully. What are you guys up to? Anybody working out there? I got myself a pack out. I have like 4 or 5 Home Depots, and none of them had it. I had to get it when I was out of town for work. I got a torch setup that I'm working on. I'm just waiting on some stuff to come in the mail so I can get that going. John HVAC, is he live? Had a long week, guys. Oh, that's cool. I'm just trying out the live. I haven't done this before, so and see how it goes. I'll look at it later, see how it came out, how it looks, how it sounds. But yeah, we had a long week. A lot of AC calls. Videos will be coming out soon. I still got to stock up on a lot of refrigerant, and I know the price is just going up like every day. I think I just need 404 for now. 5 people, that's not bad. Anybody who sees this later, if you guys want to come in, if I do these lives and maybe talk about your work week or have any questions on my work week. Like I said, I did a lot of AC calls this week, out of town, We have some walk-ins. I have one that's under warranty that they're going to get parts for. Hopefully, we'll be doing that one tomorrow. That IntelliGen, I think I've shown it on my Instagram if you guys are on there. And we installed an IntelliGen, got called back. The fan plug just came off, so now I'm just going to like tie strap them from now on. They just hang there. They're not with the rest of the wires hang on top. And I got called back again to it, and it looks like the electronic expansion valve gave out. Now, we don't have that down here, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. I did talk to somebody on Instagram, which is really cool that I can reach out to some people and get some info on it because I could not find too much on it. And they're going to order that part, and I'm going to put it in hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday because they were ordering it overnight, and it was Friday when it went down. So I don't know. It's only my second IntelliGen that I put in. First one has been running really good, and for some reason this one is just acting up. Yeah, it's kind of hot, but I'm just doing it already. Hey, Andy. Right now I'm just cleaning out my van. Kind of had a mess from all the work that I had this week. Just putting stuff back in the drawers and strapping down my equipment. Trying out this live thing. Maybe we can start doing this. Not always in the van because it's, like I said, it's hot. Right now it's not that bad for me. Just take the time to have your van clean. I was really strapped for time this week, so I didn't keep it clean. And I gotta remember to charge all my batteries and make a list of the stuff that I need. I gotta go pick up my spare tire. I had like 3 flats in the past few weeks, so I do not feel safe driving without it. 110 degrees? Where are you from? I'm in Texas, and man, it's always like 100 degrees over here too. I was on the roof, like I said, all week. It's not a good feeling to be up there in that heat. Try to do everything in the morning, but the stuff comes in randomly, the calls. So I've been up there a lot during like lunch after 2, and it's freaking hot. Modesto. So you get hot weather too. Ours is real random. Like it was supposed to rain last week and it didn't. It just got hotter and hotter. Capacitors. So you need 2 sets of capacitors. I had one on a I think it was a carrier that they had them like that. That it was like a dual capacitor, but for the fan motors. Is that what you're talking about? If that's the one that you're talking about, I haven't. Yeah, carrier ones. That's the one. That's the ones that I've run into. Your supply house should have them. I don't carry those in stock, to be honest with you. But yeah, carrier does use those dual run caps. But they're basically they're for the fan motor, so you can use 1 and 1 for each fan motor if you need to. So let me catch up on the comments. Jose, you want to get into refrigeration? Oh, you've been doing residential. Yeah, there's some books out there. There's actually one, commercial refrigeration for HVAC technicians or something like that. It basically, it's one of those books that you read, and it's like if you already know the basics and you want to get into like from residential to commercial, they have a book like that. I actually have it, but I'm not inside right now. But it's not much different. That's what I always tell everybody, that it's like if you know your basics and your sequence of operation, it's all the same. Once you get into it, then you'll realize like what parts give out the most and what like safeties different manufacturers or units use, It's kind of all the same. Yeah, capacitors are easy to work with. The dual ones, they're just like convenient. They actually sent me out from Global. I think it's called Global Source. The universal ones, the turbo ones. I've been wanting to try those out. I was actually gonna try it out on one last week, but then I didn't get to do the call. But those are more for like residential stuff. At your house, you have a 94 pane. I've heard of those. I don't do a lot of residential. I don't know, and I like the AC stuff I do is very light. I'm more into commercial refrigeration, kitchen stuff, equipment like that. Package units. That's why I don't like residential. I'd rather work on a package unit, and they're pretty simple. But like anything, as long as I went to school, so I got that kind of head start, getting my basics and understanding like everything first, and then getting out into the field. Of course, you learn way more in the field than you'll ever learn in the classroom. A lot of the stuff you need to know is hands-on. And then I actually do like kitchen refrigeration. That's what I do. Some guys don't like it, but I'm used to it. So that's kind of what I prefer to do anyway. I did do some of that this week because our customers lately, it's just been AC calls and like walk-ins. We don't do a lot in the kitchen anymore, or at least I don't. I used to do more hospital work for their kitchens, of course. And right now everybody's on a budget, so they don't want to do too much. But I did do some work. I'll probably have a video up soon on some kitchen stuff that I worked on. I've never seen in my area the package units for residential. I've seen those a lot, like in Arizona, the guys that are out there, the ones that are on the roof, the package units for the houses. Here we don't have those. We have split systems only. I'm in Texas, South Texas, but like the real South Texas, because everybody thinks San Antonio or like in that middle area is South Texas. I am like close to Mexico, South Texas. Um, so I have to clarify that every time someone asks me, because I'm like, no, not up there. That's like 6 hours away. high 90s. Is it? It feels hotter than 90, man. Um, it's always like 90 or 100 down here. Andy Central, so like in that area that I was talking about, like San Antonio, or off to what side? North California. I know a lot of people that are out in California and in Arizona. That's where a lot of the guys that I've spoken with are out doing work at. If your suction line is sweating, you're pretty close. Oh yeah. So like San Antonio and stuff, Austin is like vacation to me when I go up there. There's not a lot to do down here. Yeah, I'm from the valley, technically. I've seen some guys on here that'll post that they're from there too, or from here too, or 956. That's the area code. So it's kind of cool that there's some people here commenting and stuff. Insulated, yeah. I have to redo a lot of insulation, um, especially on refrigeration stuff. Down here, it just gets eaten up and it's gone. Do y'all do work too, or are y'all new to the trade? I've spoken with a lot of guys that are new. Uh, Try to help them out. Trying to get better at my technical support because I have a cousin that works with us now, and my brother, even my brother too. Well, they all call me when they have like issues, and I can't get there. So I'm trying to be better on my technical support. And the scroll compressor, is it running or is it short cycling on that scroll compressor, Andy? If your voltage and everything's good, and there's no restrictions or anything, and it's doing that, that's not a good compressor. That hasn't happened to me in a long time, but like if the compressor just violently shakes on and off, like when it's turning on or turning off, it's going out. Hey Mike, another Texan here. You graduate in June. That's cool. Did you go to college or like a trade school? It's running. I've never seen that. I've only seen them shake violently when they turn on or off. But that doesn't sound like a good compressor either. Not unless you got something else going on in the system. You just got to go step by step on those. But I don't know. Check that compressor. Is it cooling too? I've never seen that. Be rated. You do residential installs and a little bit of everything. 6 years. Yeah, that's pretty good. 6 years. I don't like doing installs, to be honest. I know we only do commercial. I could never do residential, to be honest with you. And as far as like commercial installs, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I rather do service. That's just like what I'm comfortable with. If we have the whole crew with us and we're doing like an install and there's like four of us or something, it's pretty cool. It's easy day. As long as nothing goes wrong, that's the only thing you got to worry about. Got somebody from California. Trade school. So how long was the trade school? Because I think those are shorter. I went for technically 2 years, but mine was a college. New compressor, 7.5 ton. Yeah, that's not good, man. 7.5 ton, and you got the phase rotation right and everything. Yeah, liquid. That's what I was saying. If there's something going on with your refrigerant flow, phase rotation could be another thing. Stuff like that. Yeah, but some people are good at residential. I mean, everybody has their thing, right? So my niche is kitchen refrigeration, and that's what I prefer to do, service, commercial refrigeration. But some people like doing residential. But yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with all those homeowners, like the people. And then you got to be careful with it's their home. You got to be careful with how you handle yourself, how you do everything there. And then the addicts are the worst. What's up, JYPHC? HVAC. Hey, what's up, man? I'm on my iPad. I'm just cleaning out my van. I put up the iPad and trying this out. 9 months. 9 months is pretty quick. It's not horrible. It's just some people want to get in and out of the school so they can get into the field quicker, which is totally cool. You do learn a lot more hands-on in the field. So some people just want to get in and out so they can get a job already. So if that's what I mean, everybody learns different. But like I said, hands-on is the best way. I had the time to do the whole college thing, so I did that. And we did do a lot of like hands-on in the classes too, so it was pretty cool. Of course, when I got thrown into the field, I screwed up a lot still. So you'll learn as you go. 460. I've only worked on one 460 system, and it was recently. If you guys saw the video or that's one where I make a rookie mistake, I didn't know it was 460. I almost screwed up a fan motor on that one. Yeah, maybe something's up with your voltage there. Bending tool. I have the Helmore ratchet one. I love that thing. The only thing is when I ordered it, I got like the basic version, I guess. So I just ordered the reverse attachment to it because it's great. The one I have is great when I'm doing new line sets, like for installs. But when I'm trying to work on an existing walk in or something, and I just want to turn one of the pipes or something like on the spot, you need the reverse attachment, and it's easier. So I just ordered that for mine, and the bender is really cool. You can also have the manual ones, but for the smaller line sets, like 3/8, quarter inch, if you deal with that. But if you have anything bigger than like half inch, I would recommend the ratchet ones. They're super simple and they're real clean. I actually need to find my little one because I've been doing reach-ins more now. Hey, Randy. You did a year in class, but learned in the field. Yeah, field is where it's at. They, you might do ride-alongs for a while, and then they'll just put you in. And as long as you take it step by step, and you have your sequence and all of that, and like your refrigeration cycle, it's you'll learn it quick. Yeah, Berated is giving some good tips. The phase, yeah, you need the field piece to check that. Edo's love. I haven't graduated. You're at a commercial company? Yeah, and if you have a good like senior tech or just somebody that wants to teach you, or they don't have to like necessarily like sit you down and teach you, but they at least explain to you as they're working and you watch and you pay attention, you'll pick it up. That's what I do with my brother. He's been with us for a few years, but it takes a while for you to get it. And even then, um, you're not going to be perfect all the time, but he can do his calls already. It's just like when he's with me, I'll explain what I'm doing, and he just has to like watch and absorb it. Oh, you started late, Andy? It's never too late to get into HVAC. I got lucky. I got in it out of high school. I was gonna go for electrical engineering, and then I changed to HVAC because they were offering it. Andy, they learn hands-on. Yeah, um, and a lot of the old school techs are like that. They learned hands-on. There was no school, and some of them are like really good. You can learn hands-on and be great. Yeah, my dad was actually an electrician, um, and now he does the hot food repairs for us at because we do kitchen repairs. So he went from electrical to that, like working on stoves, fryers, and all that stuff, which I know very little of because when I started, I was doing everything too. But after I finished my school, I'm leading the refrigeration side, and I didn't have a senior tech. I had to learn everything. I made all mistakes and learned from them. I think we had a guy when we started, when my dad started the company, and then I rode with him for a little bit, and then he just left. So It was only me doing refrigeration. But you started at 26. That's not bad. You burned a lot of motors. Burnt, I think I've burnt motors. I think I burnt uh, transformers, and you'll learn from them. You do it once, you won't do it again. I can guarantee you that. Or at least, in the same scenario. You might burn it in a different situation, but never the same one twice. Mistakes are the best form of education. There you go. You will screw up so much, especially at the beginning, and then like I barely feel comfortable kind of coasting on my calls. Like when I go now, I'm pretty confident I'll fix it, or at least give them like the quote for it if it's too much. But I still make little mistakes here and there. Hughes man, what's up? Hughes man in the chat. Capacity got you once. I've just stock up on extras. Like you never know if you're gonna burn something out. Funniest mistake: an air handler backwards. If only I had started my channel, or my Instagram, either one, years ago. I made so many stupid mistakes. Negative pressure coils, yeah. But that's what I was thinking when I started my channel and all that, especially because it was kind of during like our slow time. I didn't have a lot of videos at the beginning. If I had only started even like 3 or 4 years ago, I had this one restaurant that kind of kicked my ass a couple years ago. It's kind of like those ones that Chris from HVACR videos works on, where he has like those rack systems, those Kyrack ones, and they have a rack on the roof. They had one, and they were like stacked. I don't know. It was one of those Kyrack systems. Leaks for days. They got tired of the previous company just going and refilling it with refrigerant every month and charging them for it. So I had to go. It was like 6 systems, I think, and one by one leak test. Finally got them all working or patched. Then like another one would come out. Like it was endless, and their ACs. I think when I got there was a line of compressors on the roof, just tossed. So they had already replaced a good chunk of them. And then right before I left, like 3 more just gave out, and a lot of them were leaking, leaking coils and stuff. And I was trying to get them to replace the whole system because there were old R22 York package units, or no, Linux. They had Linux systems, and I was telling them to get them, and then like right after I left, I know the company that went in there after us, and they said like more of their ACs went down. I don't know if they ended up replacing them or not, but that would have been a good series on the channel for sure. Tony, this is my dad's company that I work for. He started right when I was out of high school, or right before, like right when I graduated, and I was helping him with like kind of not the business side, like the branding stuff. And then I was doing like his logos and all that, helping him with his invoices. And I wasn't going to get into the trade because I was going for electrical engineering. Uh, After I saw that my college offered it, offered HVAC, I was like, well, you know, he was like, I need a, because he doesn't do refrigeration. He does kitchen repairs. Well, we all do kitchen repairs, but he does like the hot food side. He's like, I need a refrigeration guy. Like, he wanted to be an all-in-one company. So I was like, you know what? I'll do the refrigeration. So I just went to trade school. I mean, I majored in HVAC basically at my college, 2-year program. Thank you, Hughes, man. We made it to 1K. See you, Andy. I got some videos coming up. Trying to finish them today. I'm a little too old to remember. I graduated, I want to say 2010. I took some time off after high school, and then I went uh, into the trade, and I graduated. It was like a 2-year program. Oh, I missed one. David, wireless probes or old-fashioned gauges? You know what, David? I really love my wireless probes, and that's what I use to troubleshoot. But I still carry my analogs. I don't even know where the heck they are right now. This week I did use my analogs to do like recovery. I recovered my refrigerant, and then I just charged it since I already have them on there. I The only reason I like the probes is because I have the MB3 bag, the Vito MB3, and they fit perfectly on the side pouch. And I just have the 2 probes there, and then in the back uh, pocket, the Velcro one, I carry the clamps and some thermometers in there. So that's my troubleshooting bag, and I can get on the roof with just that. And if I need to check pressures and stuff, I can do that. And it's better than grabbing the gauges or going back for the gauges, the manifold. But do not rely on digital, because I even have the. I know it's because my dad wanted to get them like for me. Uh, I do have the Field Piece S-Mans. I actually had one of the first ones that they came out with, and I broke them. I ended up uh, refurbishing them kind of, and I gave them to my brother. They still do work. It was just like the case kind of broke on the back, and I couldn't. The battery housing wouldn't stay on anymore. So I managed to kind of fix them, and I had to fix the hook, and he's using them right now. They still work. But don't rely on digital. Batteries could die, screen could break, um, or like on the wireless probes, your phone, maybe you don't have a good connection. Your phone battery is like dying, and you don't want to use your phone all day. So you need to have both. So I would at least have the manifold, analog manifold as a backup. And I still use it. Sometimes I prefer to use the analog. The probes are just like convenience. Some people might not like that you have to pull out your phone to check them. I saw a lot of people posting the what's that brand, Elitech, and they've been coming out with some good stuff too. And they have those. They're basically wireless probes, but they have a screen on it, so it shows you the pressure there, and you don't have to bring out like your phone to check them. I've seen a lot of people use those too. And I'm a field piece person. So I have the field piece digital gauges and the field piece probes. We'll see what the week comes up with. Just trying to get my van in order. I think it's mostly done. I got some cases on the floor. I gotta find my. I have a lot of stuff thrown in the back that I need to put away. You're about to pull the trigger on a field piece probe set. To me, I actually had the Testo probes at first, and I wasn't getting the best range out of them. But the field piece are like slightly better because I work in walk-ins a lot. So I'm trying to get like a connection outside of the building, and the field piece ones kind of just did a little bit better. Out in like an open range, like if you're doing residential work, I think it works probably really good because there's nothing blocking the signal. But like I said, I use them in walk-ins when I'm trying to check like superheat, or if I'm on the roof and I plug them in to the condensing unit and I want to go downstairs for anything. So I like that field piece. I've worked a little bit better, and they're a little longer and slimmer, so they fit in the side pouch really well on my Vito, because the Tesla ones are like shorter but they're fatter. They Testo does have a really nice manifold though. That new one that like everybody has now. I see it all on Instagram. Those are pretty cool because they're like slimmer than the S-Mans, but I like my S-Mans. Be rated. The Testos, you prefer the Testos over the field piece? The probes or the manifold? Oh yeah, that's right. The field piece ones you can repair them, right, with the O-ring. I forgot about that. Tesla does use like the little Teflon. I had seen that and I was like, oh, that's just another reason why I had the field piece ones. Yeah, the manifold is super nice. The Tesla one, I hope field piece kind of upgrades theirs soon, or like eventually. Yeah, if I could, I would have Tesla manifold and field piece probes. But I already had my S-Man. I think I have the 480. Oh, you have the Tesla ones, the first gen ones, Huseman. I think I had the second gen ones, and they were fine, like I said, but I got a little bit better range on the field piece, and I ended up just selling them. Yeah, you prefer the manifold for Tesla and the field piece for probes. The field piece ones, I also liked that they have a little bit more control on them because the Teslas turn off after a certain time, and I tried looking. There's no way to change it on the field piece probes. Because like, let's say I take like I step outside for something, and I'm just monitoring the system. The field piece ones, if you hold down the button, I think if you hold it down, or how, I forget what the command is. There's something with the button, and it'll tell them to stay on until you turn them off. Like there's no timeout that it turns off. So that's why I did like those. They were a little bit better for me, because I did have where the Teslas would turn off on me when I had to like make a phone call or do something, and I didn't want to go back on the roof to just turn them on. Fuse Man with a video on the probes coming up soon. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, I have people from the valley that I've seen in my comments. That's really cool, man. I'm just a guy from a small town trying to do YouTube. Oh, dude, Navac. I'm so like torn between like all these brands because they make such great stuff. Navac, I have their vacuum pump. I believe it's a 2 CFM. I just wanted to try it out. I'm not sure if to get the 4 CFM from them or to get, because JB has a vacuum pump that is battery powered and you can plug it in. But it's a little pricey, so I'm debating on what to do with the vacuum pump. Mine has been good, but like on bigger systems, I would prefer a bigger pump. But Navac makes great stuff. I also have their hydraulic swager, whatever you call it. And that one is really nice. I recently got it, and I've been using it. It works really good. Uh, the only thing is, it does make little ridges, so you have to like pump it halfway, release it, and then like turn it, and then pump it again, so you don't stress out the same area. So when you rotate it, you kind of evenly put stress on the copper, and it doesn't like. Because my brother tried using it one time for me, because I was like, "Hey, go make me a coupling," and he kept cracking them. He cracked like two or three pieces, and I'm like, I had to show him like uh, that you had to turn it. That's the only bad thing with those, but it beats because I have the block, the swaging block, but it's like an old school one. It's not the nice ones that everybody has. It's just an old school. I think it's a yellow jacket, and you turn it, and you're like trying to crank it out. It works. That one works perfect every time, but I just wanted something easier, especially when we're doing like those long installs or whatever. Something that you can go in there and just pump it out. So Navac, they do make great stuff. And it came with like their tubing cutter, and it's really cool. It's super smooth. But I did buy those spring-loaded ones that I'm really loving. You just put it on, tighten it once, spin it, and it'll cut itself. And I know Navac has a good recovery uh, unit too. Hey, Mr. Green. I see a lot of familiar names in here. Oh yeah, the Navac hoses, huge man. They look pretty sweet, those Navac hoses. What I did is I had bought, I don't know where I have them. I don't remember where I put them, but I bought those yellow jacket ball valves that you just put on the hoses. I have no idea where they are. But I bought those ball valves at the end just to put on my hoses because my hoses were fine. I didn't want to buy a new set right now. I did get with my S-Mans because I bought them recently off of True Tech Tools. They did come with those JB. What are they, like quick disconnects? They're already like built on. I forgot what they're called. Anti-blowback or whatever. I'm not liking those. I'd rather use like the little adapter, the quick connect adapter, or a ball valve adapter. Not a big fan of those hoses that they gave with the set. Oh, yeah, the recovery, the Navac one then? I heard that one's like a beast. So that's a cool one. I got the field piece one not too long ago. I had like an old school one before. Believe it was Yellow Jacket, with the analogs and the knobs and stuff. It was really cool to go digital and get something that was like automatic. It's really cool. Upgrade to that. Yeah, the Helmore Swager, I was very close to getting that one too. I decided to go with the Navac one, but I have other Helmore stuff. I have their tube bender and their leak detector. So I'm a big Helmore fan too. The spring-loaded one, the one I bought, which I need to check if the link is still working. I bought a set, so it's 3 sizes. Do I have them? I don't know where I put them. There's 3 sizes, so you get like the big one, which I use like obviously outside where I have space. This one's really smooth. And then they have smaller ones. It's probably in a tote bag somewhere, but they have smaller ones that are like this size. So the only thing is it came with 2 and I freaking lost one. Hopefully I didn't lose the other one. It was a pack of 3, so you had like a large, medium, and small. So it should work in any size or any space that you have. And I really wanted the small one for this past week, and I freaking lost it. I'm gonna have to buy another set. Mr. Green leak detector. Infrared is like the nicest you can get of any brand. Everybody usually offers a heated diode and an infrared, but I used the heated diode for the longest time, and I still found leaks. The one I would recommend is the Helmore because it's relatively cheap. If you go on True Tech Tools, I think one is like 160 and the other one's like 250 if you want the infrared. And it has not failed me once. I have the Helmore infrared one, and I find leaks like every time. And I just verify with bubbles. Those are the best ones to pinpoint. But your leak detector, I would either go Helmore or if I think the field piece ones are a little bit more expensive. They're field piece. They also have a heated diode and an infrared set. The cool thing with the field piece one is I do want to upgrade it to that eventually because it has a lighted tip, kind of like the H10 leak detector. So you can hear it and see it, and then it has a screen that tells you like the intensity and all that. So that one would probably be my next one, but if you're starting out, the Helmore one makes them pretty affordable. Just go to True Tech Tools and use one of the guys' coupon codes, you know, HVAC guy, big picture. I think they have a lot of coupon codes. The low loss fittings, those are the ones that I was talking about. I don't like them. I thought I would. I didn't like them. The tube cutters, Black Max. So it's CPS. I think some guys were saying that they found them at the supply house. I had to get them off Amazon, and the one I got was a pack of 3. I don't know if that's because when I looked them up, I don't think there was many in stock. If they're not, you have to buy them individually. That's the only bad thing. I bought them in a pack, and I already lost one, maybe 2. Jonathan, so you have the H10 Pro. Everybody swears. Everybody that has one swears by it. I got a compact one because I wanted to, because I carried it in my bag. I just throw it in my MB3 bag and go on the roof. But that H10, I know everybody like that has it loves it. Yeah, you have it. So you probably find all your leaks pretty simple. Every now and then I have an issue finding a leak, but it just takes, sometimes it takes a little more time with the one that I have. But I used to have those I used to have a heated diode one that took like a D battery, and that battery always died. So now that I have the Helmore one, it's rechargeable, so that's the other cool thing about it. Trying to get away from like batteries, as if something's rechargeable, I'll switch to it. Heated versus infrared, I would lean towards infrared just because it's a little better at calibrating itself and doesn't go off as much from my experience. But I had an old heated diode, very outdated. So it was like night and day when I switched to the infrared. But I think nowadays your heated diodes work pretty close or good enough, you know. I just think the infrared is a little more accurate. It's not as sensitive, and I would just lean towards infrared. Not that you shouldn't get a heated diode, because sometimes those are at a much better deal, and you can use that. Is everybody ready for the week? I know somebody mentioned that they had to clean out their van too, maybe when the sun goes down. I got mine put away. Just gotta grab a few things from the back before I get back in. All right, later, Hughes, man. We've been going for an hour, guys. I was just gonna hop on here and see who came in. Appreciate everybody who's been in the chat, everybody who's been watching. And if anybody, I'll probably have this up on my channel, and maybe if I can, I'll do this more often. But yeah, anybody who watches this after, appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. It's 4 over there. Oh, it's 6 over here. Gotta get some dinner soon. Relax before the week starts up, you know. I actually had the weekend off. I'm surprised. I work weekends a lot. Never fails to get called in on a weekend, but I actually had a weekend off this week. And we got some, I think I still have some ACs to check. I don't remember. I fixed a bunch of leaks this past week, and I had some callbacks on a IntelliGen. I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. I still have to go back because that customer orders their own parts, and they have to order they buy their own equipment, and I went and I told them that their electronic expansion valve was not working, and that's something new to me. So if I can, I'll show how to troubleshoot it. We don't get electronic equipment down here like IntelliGens or like any of those other motherboards in the walk-ins or anything. So I'm used to mechanical thermostats, solenoids, all that. So I had to figure out how to diagnose that one. For some reason the electronic valve gave out. I almost condemned the board, but it's a valve. So we figured that out. And I got to wait for them to order it. They were going to try and order it overnight, but that was on a Friday. And they're going to be up without their walk-in. I don't know how, for the weekend. And it's a fast food place. I don't know how they're going to be without their walk-in. And they're hoping it gets in Monday, but I don't know. Let's see if I can record that one. It was new to me, so. And that's a second callback on IntelliGen, which I'm not, which I'm a little concerned with because I installed 2. I mean, that customer orders their own equipment, so they ordered an IntelliGen, and it was like a low profile one or sensor mounted evaporator, the ones with the fans on the bottom that blow air out the sides. That one's been working fine. I think it's even colder than what they wanted. I think I set it to 35. It's actually holding like 33, but they haven't complained. But this one is like your normal evaporator that has the fans in the front. And I called back because the fan got unplugged. I had to strap it with the other wires so that it wasn't hanging. It just unplugged. And now their valve gave out, so it's not a good look. But they buy their own equipment. I'm not selling them that equipment. We still have a lot of old school stuff down here. Justin bought some arm sleeves and mission gaiters because of you. And used my code. I started that a few years ago and I have not looked back. I wear my sleeves every day. If I'm inside, I use a mask. Actually, I don't even know if we need it anymore, but when I'm on the roof, I get the mission gaiter. You get it wet, keeps you cool. And then if you go inside, if you're required to wear a mask, I just pull it up. But the sleeves were a game changer, man. It protects your arms so well. I'm in the sun every day, so cover it. I would suggest if you're working out in HVAC and stuff, start wearing. Some people can wear long sleeves. I actually have one in my van here, but it's like a button up. I can't wear button ups outside. I don't know how those guys do it, but if you can, wear a long sleeve or They're called arm sleeves, or I think there's another name for them, but they're just like spandex material. The company called Mission sells them, and they're kind of like Under Armour. That's what it's kind of like. And I've been wearing those, like I said, for a few years, and I used to get like real tan, real dark, real sunburned. And now I don't have that issue. So that helps a lot. And then the gator, combined with the gator and a sun hat, you're good. Be rated. You just checked, and you got a package in it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Oh man, what's the weather looking like over here? We got. I got to check. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. If part comes in, I'm gonna do that walk in. We'll see if I got any HVAC calls tomorrow. AC calls. Commercial 3-phase. Curb was foamed in. Oh man. Well, good luck, berated. I mean, it helps when you know what you have, like for the next day. Maybe you can schedule it early enough. Um, a lot of mine are just random calls, so I go in when I'm called in, or like I schedule my what I can for the morning, and then like it's like a domino effect for the rest of the day. Fishing shirts. I haven't tried any other gear like that. Like my cousin was working with us. He was wearing those, like I think they're fishing shirts, and I think also he was wearing like Under Armour long sleeves, like the brand. Um, yeah, there's different ways, man. You got to stay safe out in the sun. That's the one thing you got to learn right away, man. Like you don't want to be cooking out there all day. What's up, Luis? Arizona. A lot of guys from Arizona and California. Tomorrow, 84. So maybe you caught a break tomorrow. Rest of the week, 100. Ouch. I kind of hope I just do like refrigeration this week or something. I think I took care of all my pending AC calls. There was a lot of maintenance. Like nobody's doing maintenance right now. I had to do a lot of like cleanings and belts, things like that. I think a couple customers need some new makeup airs, but stuff like that has to get approved, so I gotta wait. But you never know. I always think that I have like an easy day, and then I get a bunch of calls that come in. Right now, AC calls come in like crazy. I don't know what happened there. I think we're still live. Okay, yeah. I don't know, my iPad cut out for a minute. Appreciate everybody that came through, man. I didn't know if anybody was gonna come in. Got a lot of videos coming up. Trying to finish editing all of them. All right, we've been on here for a while. If anybody has any questions, leave them now. I might get off in a minute. Leave your questions. I'm gonna probably get off in a few minutes. To record my videos, majority of it is my phone. I have an iPhone 11, but as far as I just got an action camera that I put on my chest when I'm doing like the actual work. It's an Insta Go 360. Insta 360 Go or something like that. The brand is Insta 360. If you go check them out, they have a bunch of cool cameras. I just got the tiny, I think it's called a Go 2, and it's magnetic. So I kind of like stick it. They have a necklace that you stick it to, or I'll stick it on a unit because it's magnetic. That's my action camera for now. I think it records up to 2K though. I'm not doing like 4K yet. I kind of bought that a while ago and I just started using it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a 4K one, but maybe soon I'll do that. I'll upgrade my camera, but my phone works great too. I use it for a lot of the stuff. Like when I'm just chatting or I'm in my van or something, I use my phone. Action camera is only like when I need both hands. And the mic's pretty good on it too. Because like when it's real windy outside, I can't use my phone. I don't know if it's an iPhone thing, but it picks up wind like crazy, so I have to use that other one. And you can hear me on that one. I actually bought a mic for my iPhone because I was having such a hard time trying to explain something on the roof and the wind. All I could hear was a wind. I know a lot of guys use the GoPros. Those are pretty cool if you want like a 4K high def one. I was thinking of doing like or back a while back, I was thinking of doing like maybe a quick video on how I do my YouTube stuff. It's mostly I don't spend a lot of money on this stuff yet. So I use my iPad, my phone, and my new action camera. You want to make videos on install? Yeah, that would be cool too. I try to follow a lot of people on YouTube that have HVAC channels. A lot of it is just service, I think. So if you could do install, that'd be pretty cool. On Instagram, there's a lot more people that post install work and videos, but now I don't. As far as I know, not on YouTube, not as much. It's a lot of commercial service, I think, like what I do. I just started my channel because I see a lot of crazy crap in the field around here. I see a lot of hacks. That's why I said if I had started a few years ago, I would have had some crazy videos. It's not as bad anymore. A lot of those companies went out of business. So everybody loves a van layout, a van tour, you know? Hughes, man. Yeah, he has a good channel. He, from what the ones I've watched, he does a lot of the commercial HVAC, the AC side, and he puts a lot of work into what he's doing because I've seen him rebuild a lot of like blower assemblies and stuff like that, and he has to take apart the whole system to get to it or whatever, like on packaging it. And I don't know, that's pretty cool. He does a lot of A lot of cool stuff here and there too. Him and everything HVACR. That's another one that I've watched for a while too. And Steve on everything HVACR does a lot of cool or different things that I don't even see. So there's a lot of good channels out there. Hey, Waylon and Steph Wells, welcome to the chat. Welcome to my first stream. Trying to stop a lot of people showing up. Oh, do you, be rated? You said you do residential? You just can't record. I would suggest just recording, which is what I try to do too. The machine. If you want to like record yourself or talk, maybe do it in your van and record like the machine. And if you can't talk, like I said, do it in your van. Like afterwards, if you need to explain something or whatever, or put text in your videos as you're working. Because there's a channel, he's kind of blown up. I knew him when he had like 70 subscribers right after I started, I think too. HVAC guy. If you search HVAC guy, I need to put a list of these guys in my YouTube so that you guys can go watch them. HVAC guy has a channel. He has like 3,000 subs now, and he does residential. And he's very good at recording too. It's just he doesn't really edit. It's just straight video of him working. They could be like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, up to 20 minutes. He uploads like several times a week, every other day or something. But if you go watch him, maybe you can get an idea. HVAC guy. And he usually just, he has a GoPro on his chest and he just records the machine. And he'll talk about it. He records inside, but it's usually just on the, if he's in the attic, he's by himself. Or if he's in a closet, it's just like that view. He won't record anything else. Steve, is that, what channel is, which Steve are you talking about? What channel? Might have been the one I was talking about. But yeah, I try to follow everybody on the YouTube side. I can't watch it all. There's so many people now. Because of course I started with Ernesto, HVACR vlogger. I started with Chris on HVACR videos. I know there were some other ones that I started with because there wasn't that many to begin with, and then now there's a whole bunch. HVACR survival is good too. He's from the South. Yeah. Then that's probably Steve and Rick. They have those accents. But Steve sees a lot of weird stuff too. Like he was working on like some steam equipment, and he works on a lot of big commercial, like super big commercial stuff. And then I watch like refrigeration, confidential. I don't know if refrigeration TV is around anymore. I think he changed his name to Blue Collar Rebel. Those guys do supermarkets. I followed them a long time too. I need to put like a list on my channel of other guys that I watch. Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that Steven too. Plumbing, HVAC, and boilers. Yeah, there's some guys that do plumbing and heating, and those are good too. But I personally like to watch just the HVAC stuff, but I recognize that name, so I know who you're talking about. So yeah, berated. The hardest part about starting a channel is just hitting record. My first videos are like horrible. I think I barely got the hang of it a couple months ago or a month ago. I'm not gonna take those videos down. They're there for everybody to see, but it was rough when I started. Hardest part is just to start. After that, you'll get better at it. You'll know what to do or how you want to do it. She's a leaker, mama. I need to catch up on a lot of these guys' videos too. Been editing a lot lately. I need to catch up on a lot of YouTube. There's a lot of good channels out there, though. It's hard to watch them all. Crusty one. It's like that other NorCal Dave. He always has those catchphrases too. Oh, Blue Collar Rebel. Hey man, thanks. Blue Collar Rebel is the one that does supermarkets. Although I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's getting his license now. That's a cool thing too. That's different too. There's not a lot of channels that tell you how to get your license and stuff. He's gonna be doing that, I think. I have my license. Greatest thing to get. Look up T-Lec, San Fran, knowledgeable. I'll look him up. I don't think I've run into that one. Like I said, there's a lot. Every now and then I find a channel that I've never seen before, and they have like thousands of subscribers. David, you're asking me? I'm from Texas. I don't know if you're asking me or somebody in the chat. But yeah, I need to get on YouTube later, maybe. I'll look up some of those channels that y'all were talking about. Didn't need to click that. All right, guys. Any final questions? I think I need to get off for real this time. I need to put some things to charge before I go. I don't know if I'll do the next one in my van or just in my room or something. It actually wasn't that hot right now. Later, Blue Collar Rebel. Thanks for coming in. All right, guys. My thing is about to. I need to charge. There you go, Berated. You're gonna do your van cleanup. I gotta go. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys come back, I will do it again maybe next week. See you guys.